Hi everybody, I just wanted to have a little bit of a Scrappy Chat video with you guys. Kind of give you an update. I apologize for not having any videos up for a couple weeks now, or I'm not sure when the last one that I put up was, but I kind of needed to take a break. I was mainly the holidays, but with my kids being sick and then the holidays, I was getting stressed out about getting videos up. And when I started this channel, I knew that I didn't want it to become something stressful. So I decided just to let it go and take a little break. And I figured you guys would be okay with that and forgive me for that. So thanks for all of you that have stuck in here with me and keep watching my videos. So I'm basically doing this video as kind of like maybe a few goals and a few things for this upcoming year that I am doing. So I do have a tendency to ramble on, so, you know, sorry about that. Anyways, I had a little goal list thing that I wrote down, just a few goals for this year. And I've never really set Scrappy goals before, and they're not really, like, if I don't reach those goals, I'm not going to be, oh my goodness, it's not the end of the world type of thing. Just things that I want to try a little different this year. And although one goal is to kind of use some of my stash that I have, I'm going to be a little bit better and try not to buy as much new stuff until I start using some old stuff. And I will talk about some of the things that I've mentioned before that I wanted to use up some of my alphabet stickers. So I have really been trying that. So one way that I have been trying to use up my alphabet stickers is I've been working on my Project Life spread this last week and a half. I'm trying to finish up 2017 and I'm already to the middle of October. So every week when I start to work on my Project Life, I will take out a set of letter stickers. Like here, I just randomly reached in and pulled out these, and I keep my letter stickers. I just cut down a 12 by 12 cardstock, a bunch of them, excuse me, and glued the letter stickers on them and then put them in these little 6 by 12 just as a way to keep them, and then they all go into some little bins up and down, what do you call it, vertical. So I just grabbed this one out and I'm going to use these on my next spread, and each week I'm going to try to pull out a different set of letters. So I know that will really help me use up a lot in the numbers. So that is one way I'm going to use up my alphabet stickers. And as I mentioned, I'm working on my Project Life spread. Well, this is the very first time. So I've used my Canon selfie almost completely for this year's Project Life album, and I love it. I've used it before, no big deal, but usually I'll just use it for pictures here and there. But this year, I've everything I printed. So what I decided, because you have to sit there and wait for it to print, when my husband's home and playing games and we're just watching TV or something together, I take my phone, because most of my Project Life pictures come from my phone. I do use my big camera, my Canon camera, a lot, but I use it mainly for main events like soccer games or birthdays, or, you know, the bigger main events of the year, which I do add those into the Project Life also. But what I do mainly for my Project Life is pictures that don't really need to be scrapbooked. They can have a 12 by 12 scrapbook page, and a lot of them I do. But like this tree outside my children's school, I just really love the way it was looking that day. It was really pretty fall color. So, and then texts, I love to print up texts. Most of them are me and my mom, or me and my husband, or me and my daughter. But so just random things like that don't really need a full scrapbook page. Here's one I was painting. This was just some artwork at my kids' school. And this one we were painting the walls in the living room, and of course my daughter started helping me, and that's what I ended up with 3 minutes later. It's her handprint. But So anyway, so most of those pictures are on my phone because I don't need to take out my big camera to take pictures of my daughter's handprint on the wall, right? So at night, what I would do, I started doing this, and I have to say, I love this. This makes sitting down to put the pages together so easy that I love this. So all I do is I always do my Project Life Sunday through Saturday. Sometimes you can, on this side, it's 1 week. I hope you guys can see. I can't tell in my camera what you can see with the light or not, but this is October 22nd through 28th, so it's just 1 week because I had more more pictures. Sorry, I said the word flowers. But this week, the week before, is October 8th through 21st, so it's 2 weeks because I had less pictures, so it would fill up 2 pages just for 2 weeks. So I don't really have any rules. I just kind of go with what I like when it comes to Project Life. But doing this at night, I would sit down, write the days, look on my phone, see the pictures for those days, and then I would see where they would go, and I draw them off. I have a bunch of different, pocket pages, so that is another thing that I need to use up, is I have a bunch of different pocket pages, but I tend to go just to the Becky Higgins A and I think B mostly. So I'm going to try to break out of that just a little bit. I'm thinking that I'm going to do, this book is fairly empty, so I might use this one for next year just because it's a little more sturdy. And in the beginning, I might make like a spread of all the ones I use so I can flip to those pages and see. But anyways, so when I go to sit down to do my Project Life, I just find all the pictures, like I'll look and I'll go, okay, it's this one and this one and this one and this one, and mark them off. And then I have this here. I know which spot I want them to go in. And if I change it, it's not that big of a deal, but I kind of work card by card and it's done. And I will show you, maybe I will share, I have one Project Life that I worked on yesterday recorded, so maybe I will record another one today if I get the chance. But this is my goal right now, is to finish this, hopefully by the end of this weekend. Big goal. So, but doing this way has really helped. And one thing I'm learning also, since I've been using my Canon selfie, is to do different picture sizes. And instead of trying to squeeze a bunch of little pictures in, so this is pictures of our zoo lights, but you probably can't tell because they're all so dark, but there's actually 6 different pictures here. And with using my Canon selfie and sitting down and knowing what I want to have where, makes that adding more pictures really easy. And some of them I even did a little smaller, different sizes. Oh, I'm mixing up all my pictures now. I had them in a good order. But so that's been a lot of fun. So that's my goal. And another goal to do as far as Project Life goes, because I can sit in the living room while we're watching TV and print up the pictures still in my desk, because my desk is just in the dining room. I want to keep up with the Project Life printing them out. I don't necessarily have to scrapbook them right away, but I want to have them at least printed and ready to go. So like the first week of January will be ending soon. I will do, for my first week of January, I will either do from the 1st to this Saturday, depending on how many pictures I have, or maybe I'll do 2 weeks in the first page. Excuse me. So, I don't know, when I sit down to do it, I'll figure it out. But part of the reason I want to have the pictures done and printed up and ready to go is, you guys know that I scrapbook by collection. So a lot of times I'll go through the collection, I'll do, however many layouts with the collection. What I started doing was, if it comes down to scraps, I would just put the scraps into a bag and put it in a Project Life section. I have the IKEA cubes, so I have a section for just like scraps layout or collections with just scraps, and it's my Project Life section. So when I go to do a Project Life spread, I would just take one of those out. Well, I love that, but then I started thinking, why take the time to put the scraps back and put them on the shelf to sit there for a while? Why not take out my Project Life spread and do it right then? And I'm kind of excited about that. I'm wondering if it'll make the Project Life process go instead of sitting down every 2 or 3 months to do a bunch of Project Life spreads. I'm wondering if doing it that way will kind of help along the process and make it a little more fun, which I have fun with doing the Project Life, so I guess that's not what it, but I'm interested to see how that goes. So that is a Scrappy goal for this year, is to not put my scraps away, but to save them and do a Project Life spread before I put anything away. And then if there's still enough to do, maybe like more layouts with it, I might still do a Project Life spread and then put it back, because sometimes I put them back even if there's more, you know, even if I could do more layouts. I don't have to finish a collection. If I get tired with the collection or I run out of pictures, then I'll put it back. I don't want a scrapbook if I'm not feeling inspired by that collection anymore. So yeah, we'll see. But maybe I can still do the Project Life spread. So that is something I want to change this year. So you will probably see some more Project Life videos. I don't know how many of these ones I want to get recorded. I'm trying to get these ones. I could probably record them though. Like I said, I absolutely love my Project Life albums. I love all my albums, but I really, even my daughter sometimes asks, oh, are you done with it yet? You know, so. All right. So that's one thing I want to do. And then, so talking about scraps, I just took a class, and she's another YouTuber. A lot of you probably already know her. Her name is Nicole Jones 911, and she just released a Love Your Scraps class. And I'm not a scrap keeper. I really, other than keeping them for my Project Life, I don't keep scraps. Like if they're big, like this pile here, this is pushing it for me. Usually I'll just recycle something. I'm still working with these, so this is just an example, but usually I would just recycle these unless I absolutely loved it. Then I do have a couple folders put aside for scrap certain colors in case I can matte a photo or something on it later. But scraps, I don't like scraps. They freak me out. I feel like they take up space and I never know what to do with them. But I was really inspired by Nicole Jones's class. So one thing that I'm going to do this year, and I'm showing you this because I was wondering if anybody would want to play along. If you want to watch or take the class about the scraps to see kind of what I'm talking about, then you can look up Nicole Jones 911 classes. Otherwise, basically what she did in the class, and I need to find my box real quick. There it is. Okay, basically at the beginning of her class, she took out piles of scraps, and in the piles were ephemera and letter stickers and everything else, which I don't know. I probably won't mix my scraps with that stuff, but it currently kind of is. So since I've been working on my Project Life album, when I'm done with, like, these scraps you see on the top here, these were a Felicity Jane kit that I did all the layouts with, and just these two and a couple other little things here, but this is what was left. And normally I would go through this and I would keep the enamel dots. I'd probably put this in a giveaway go bag. Different things. I probably wouldn't keep most of this stuff. However, I really want to try this year to see if I can just get a little bit more out of my stash. So what I've started doing, these are all, this has just been since the beginning of January, so in the last few days. So I thought I would take this either for a year, but this is actually filling up pretty quick. This is either I'm going to do it all year, or I'm going to collect scraps until this box is full, and then we can go through, and I'll tell you what we'll do after that. But I did a spread in August with birthday paper, and then I did a spread with some Simple Stories, a summer collection. So and then I did another spread with some Echo Park paper. I am going to go through, clean this up, and get a little tray. I have the little trays, and I'll probably divide. I'm not sure if I want to divide them by color or, yeah, I'll probably end up doing it by color. or by theme. Like this is an ice cream truck. So anyways, that doesn't matter. But so there are a couple full sheets, but that was what was left after I scrapped with that. And so I'm putting these in here. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep enamel dots in here. I might, and I'll just put them in the tray with the other ones. But this is what I'm going to do. So Nicole Jones, when she took her stuff, she went through and she scrapbooks mostly by color. So like a page with mostly reds. So I'll go through when this is full, and I'm going to put kits together with my scraps and see how many layouts I can get out of my scraps and see how much more I can get out of what the money I've spent. You know what I mean? So I'm really excited about this. So all year long, or like I said, until I was planning for it to be a year long, but after putting these few things in here, it's getting a lot fuller than it's getting fuller quicker than I thought. So anyways, I thought if you guys want to play along with me, then grab a box. I'm not going to put my scraps anywhere else but in this box for this amount of time and see how it works out. And if it works really well and I get more layouts out of it, if I don't get any layouts at all, then good. We know it's good. I just always throw my scraps away, but I'm pretty sure that we can get a few more layouts. Usually I would take, like, say these full sheets of paper, and I would put this one in with my reds and this one in with like a rainbow section or things like that. So it'll be interesting to see. So I'm really excited about this, and I'm surprised that I'm so excited about scraps. So I hope you guys will play along with me, and I hope you enjoy this video. When I put the kits together, I will record that. It'll be kind of a long video, but that's okay. If you want to watch it, you don't have to. You don't have to. But I'm really, really excited about this. So when I'm ready, I will let you know. I'll probably record. Look, I'm throwing things in the video. So, and I decided that anything to do with this, I'm going to call the Scrappy box, because this is my box of scraps. So if you see a video and its description is time to use the Scrappy box or something about the Scrappy box, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. So grab a box and play along with me if you want. I'm very, very excited to try to get more out of my scraps and hopefully, you know, save a little bit of money. I'm really surprised that I'm so excited about scraps, and I know I've said that already, but like I said, I have a tendency to ramble on. So anyways, that's basically it. A couple other things that I want to get used up. I have these things hanging on my door. I think you've seen them before. And I just hang them with paper clips. This is like mostly puffy stickers. And this is just label stickers, mostly really old Jelly Bean Soup or My Mind's Eye label stickers. I want to get this stuff used up. I love this stuff, but I just want to get it used. I've had it for a while now. There's so much in here. There's Evilicious, there's Freckled Fawn, just random, like even old 7 paper, old Studio Calico stuff when I used to get their kits. I've had it for a while. This stuff is perfect for my Project Life album. So I use it mostly in Project Life. I do sometimes tend to use it on 12 by 12s, but I don't remember as often now that there's so much other ephemera. So this is a goal to use these things along with more of my letter stickers. So there's a few more things hanging on my door, but I won't pull them all off. You'll see me as I go along in the videos trying to use them up. So I really want to get, you know, it's a pretty thick stack. You know, if I could get at least some. I mean, this one's just like all arrows. Those are pretty easy. Just flop them here and there on things. So we'll see how much I get used up of those. I just would really like to use them up. And then the other thing, my daughter is a senior this year. And I don't feel like I have to get her albums ready by the time she graduates at all. That's not really an issue for me. What I do want to start doing is to get more of her school layouts scrapbooked and start putting all 3 of my kids' albums together. Not just my daughter's school layouts, but my other 2 kids also. Just because I want to start getting my albums more organized. They are fairly organized now, but they're organized by year. So I have 4 albums per year. But I don't really have any for just the Kaylin. They're all in iris containers. And so that's one thing. I want to get those a little more organized and figure out how many albums I'm going to need and what colors and all that stuff. But that'll come later. So you might see me doing more for my kids. So anyways, I plan to get back to my Tuesday, Friday schedule hopefully next week. I apologize again for disappearing on everybody for a couple weeks. Like I said, I just needed a little bit of a break so that it wouldn't become a stressful thing. And I hope you guys join me on the scraps. I have a couple really fun ideas for a series, a couple different series. One will be scrap lifting yourself, but it's got a little bit of a fun twist to picking out the layout and all that stuff. And I'm going to do it in a way where if you guys want to play along, you can too. So there's just a couple fun things I have coming up. I hope you guys enjoy them, and thanks for watching my videos. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope you're enjoying the new year already, and I will for sure see you next Tuesday, if not before. All right, bye. Thanks, everyone.